today we're looking at the spring damper kit for the Moza SRP pedals. So that's in this box. Just so you know, this is a first party accessory. So this is from Moza, but it is an accessory which you buy separate from the SRP pedals. So this is what your SRP pedals will come shipped like, with this setup here, a spring and a rubber piece there. So let me just push it down. And one thing you can see straight away, guys, I can push it, fairly easily with my hand here. I would suggest you watch my drive and talk video because I go into some detail about this, and I can certainly understand why they've gone for something which is fairly soft. It's going to be universal. Anyone who uses this pedal set is not going to have a problem with the pedal being too stiff, pushing the pedals away if they're on the floor and stuff like that. So they've gone for the lowest common denominator. But for the likes of me and maybe you that hard mounts the pedal set, for a load cell pedal, that is far too soft. Too much travel, far too soft. It works okay. Again, watch my drive and talk and I go into detail there, and it was okay. But I have to say, it wasn't really what I was looking for, which is fair enough, but that's what it is. So that's why we have this. So let's take a look in this box. So yeah, pretty simple stuff. It is basically straight replacement pieces. Comes with instructions, but I'll show you how to install this because they've done a really nice job actually on how you change this out. And that's something I really like about Moza. Their mentality and their design process is really, really smart. They do little things, little tweaks and little things which are really, really helpful. So let's take this out of the box and you can see the materials. So this is like a rubber piece that's currently installed on here, and this is like an elastomer piece. So elastomer is like more like a plasticky rubber material rather than more rubbery there. So you can just see the material. You can see it's shiny and it's sort of more matte there. But these are the springs, so you'd imagine that would be the strongest one, but it's not. This is the medium one, so the light one, medium. So let me just press that. You can see I can get a bit of compression out of it, but this orange one is a lot stiffer, and yeah, I can hardly move that with my fingers there. So yeah, it is a lot stiffer. And this elastomer piece is also stiffer than that rubber piece there. So let me show you how to pull this out and replace it, because they've done such a great job. I love it how they've done this because it's so simple. You see here, that's the load cell, and there's a little groove there which is the pivot point, and that's where it sits in. Hopefully you can see it. It might be a bit dark for you to see, but let me just take it out and it should make sense to you. So what you do is you push underneath. Let me get a good angle for you. And try and change the angle so if you can see it properly. It's hard to do, but you push up and it releases from the grooves which it sits in on the frame. And you can see that's the pivot point, that's the frame, and it kind of sits in there. Then we just push it back in and you can just see how it sits in there. So you just push it up and release it. So there's only so far this comes out because the load cell's there, therefore it is wired. There's a wire there which is there, which you can see. So to remove it, you just kind of push it, but pull it back a little bit, and it just releases it like that. So that's always going to stay tethered. So you only go so far, but there's certainly enough room for it to, to pull away, which is really nice. So it's really easy. Let me just show you again. You just push it in, pull it out, pull the bottom piece out a bit, and it just releases the rod with these pieces on here. So what you can do now is basically you can keep with this rubber piece if you want to, and just replace the spring like so. So we could do that and push it back in, and I'll show you the installation there. So push it all on the top, put it back in there, and just push it into place. And immediately I can tell this is a lot stronger with this spring. So just push it forward, clips into place, and damn, that's a lot stiffer. A lot stiffer immediately. And even when I was if I try and remove it, it's a lot harder than it was with this spring. I mean, look at that spring, very, very soft. So let me just push it up. I have to use both thumbs here, do it nice and carefully, and there you go. Pull it out, and I can get to the rod, and I can replace the elastomer piece if I want to with you can see those are the two pieces there, and put that into place there, and replace it with, say, maybe the red spring. Pop it into place. Yeah, that's a softer than certainly softer than this spring. Yet we are using the stronger elastomer there, the harder elastomer, and that feels okay. I think I'm going to go with this and that. That's my plan. But what I do like about it, because if you can get to the back of your pedals, even when they're mounted, you can easily replace it and do this process of swapping them out. And I think that's really well done. So let's get on track, guys, and I'll give you my assessment of what this is like to use. So here we go. Okay, I figured I'd start off and show you some configurations first. This is the stock spring and rubber setup that comes standard with the pedals. Take a moment to study the amount of pedal travel that's being pushed into the pedal. The pedal's mounted to the sim rig right now. This is not ideal. I'm overextending my ankle. There's far too much pedal travel on that brake pedal. Now this is the medium spring installed along with the stock rubber piece. This does feel a little bit better, a small improvement, but still too much pedal movement and I'd say too soft. Okay, now we have the red spring and the elastomer. The elastomer is flexing a lot less than the rubber did previously, and that's reducing the pedal throw nicely and getting closer to what I want. And finally, on track with the stiffest combination with the accessory kit. As I expected, this is my preferred setup. The pedal is substantially firmer than how we started out. This is more in line with my expectation of how a load cell brake should feel and perform. The spring and elastomer are blending well together, both compressing, and that provides a progressive element to the brake. The brake gets firmer over the course of the travel, and this provides essential feedback, enabling the use of muscle memory to apply braking force. This helps me hit my braking marks with consistency. The stock pedal setup out the box is a safe mode. It works universally, but it's not the best setup for a load cell and not the best setup to get the most out of this pedal set, to be honest. So if you're planning to get the SRP pedals, I would say to extract the most out of these pedals, this accessory kit is essential. It would have been nice if this kit was included with the pedals as standard, but it's not, unfortunately. It's not expensive though, so not a big deal to add it to your purchase when buying the pedals. So yep, I would recommend it. Get them with your pedals, guys. And that's it for this one. A quick blast through the SRP accessory kit for anybody who wanted to know what it's like to use and if it's worth it. Well, it is, of course. That's what I'm telling you guys in this video. And so that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy simming, and bye bye.